And then
now for the podcast, is the podcast itself just audio, or is it the video as well?
we do both.
Both.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that I assumed that and wore my
Hey,
wore my
we're all wearing black today.
Oh, hey guys, yeah. Here we go.
artists.
Yeah. Is that what that? Okay, that's a thing. Got
Nicole
it.
is providing just a touch of whimsy with the red hat.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, that's right. It's either the logging hat, like, or a fisherman, or a Wes Anderson movie, or Elf.
I think it's elf season for sure.
Elf season. So
Yeah.
let my ears stick out a little bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Christmas tree background too, just because my background's a mess. Or maybe I'm
Okay.
not.
No, your background looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fine, Jen. But okay.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it then. All right. So I sent the file to Crystal, but I don't think she's had a chance to.
No, I listened to it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Okay.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely. No, thank you for that.
I planned on listening to it again today, but my cats decided they wanted to get into the closet and get to the steel wool that I hadn't secured.
Oh, bless.
So
Are they at the vet clinic now? Because
no,
they ate it? Oh, okay.
no, I'm like, I've got Bluebell's tail. I'm like, grabbed hold of her tail, and she's just like, she is just fighting me to get back there. And then I went and got her out, and then went in the other room to get some tape to tape over it. And by the time I came back, Iris was in there trying to get to it too. So it's just like, fuck.
I feel like your kids are out of control, Jen.
Well, they know we're leaving, I think, and they're pissed.
Oh, suitcases are out.
Yeah.
And they read minds. Yeah,
Mhm,
got it.
mhm,
That's
mhm.
right.
Where are you leaving to?
Palm Springs.
Oh, Palm Springs.
Mhm. I like your mantle, Robert. It's very reminiscent of the ocean house, the beach house.
It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just a floating shelf I got through. I need to remember to look over here where the camera is. And maybe I should clean that lens too. But yeah, just a floating shelf I got from that place, Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's welcome to We're Not Supermodels. And why don't you tell us who we're with today, first of all?
Well, I mean, I know him as Robert. Oh, there's your name, Robert Lawson. And I know Robert as a friend, but I also thought Robert might be interesting to interview, because Robert, for me, you've known him way longer than I have, is a bit of a mystery. And so the thespian that had long curly hair, gay man back in the day. And then I just learned today, I thought gray narcissus is just what you called yourself, like as an elder term. But I didn't realize that you're a porn star. So that's your porn star name. So now I'm just thrown. I have no idea. I'm completely, I have so many questions. So that's me, but that's where I'm at.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say that I'm a porn star. I've dabbled in porn, and the type of porn that is shown in film festivals, not on, Pornhub or, things like that. So
okay,
and that gives it some
a little more context.
Something, yeah. It's funny though. A friend of mine who's a filmmaker and a screenplay writer had a staged reading of one of his screenplays and asked me to be in it, and I did. And one of the other people acting in it kept referring to me as gray narcissus, and I said, what are you doing? You don't have to. Oh, he said, oh, Tom told me that that's what you go by now. No.
Oh,
no.
Well, that's funny. Okay. I love that he was wanting to respect what he thought was your new name.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
It was kind of sweet. And also the thought that I would demand to go by that was
demand to go by
pretty
that.
funny. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jen, how do you know Robert?
Oh, we've known each other for years. I met Robert through Diana, right?
Diana Cardiff, who we've interviewed, our resident aquarium
Yeah.
expert. Yes.
Rock
And
star.
Rock
Rock-
star.
Literal
now.
rock star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Many hats.
We used to spend quite a bit of time out at the coast. And I don't know, we just became friends through Diana, and it's been great. And yeah, longtime friends now.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I mean, 20 something year,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when everyone's hair was a little bit less, I got some, I'm catching up with you guys. I got a little silvers here.
I got a little bit of color left.
Yeah. It's good.
I've got
like
not much left, but that's
It's great.
Oh, and the common denominator, who cuts our hair?
Nikki.
Yay!
Oh, you go to Nikki too, Robert?
I do go to Nikki. I've been going to her for like, I don't know, 13 years or something now.
I act like I still get my hair cut by her, but I don't. Anyway,
But yeah, but you're
It would be
still,
I would if I was in Seattle.
yeah.
Oh, maybe we should do a plug. Nikki Page at Scream Hair Salon in Seattle, Capitol Hill.
On Pike, right?
Yeah, no, on Pike. Yeah.
Pike.
Mhm.
Great
Absolutely.
salon. Yeah.
Fabulous
Absolutely.
salon, fabulous small business owner. You
Mhm.
should go there.
You
Yeah.
should. You
Definitely.
should, but not on, actually not too many of you. It's really hard to get in now.
Oh yeah.
Really booked. So
Yeah.
actually don't go. It's
Yeah. I had to do a thing where like I went outside the family because I can only get in to see her like every couple of months because she's so booked out.
Yeah.
And the other peeps that were working there, I mean, they're great, but they're not great with my hair. So every other month I go to Rudy's.
Oh.
I have strayed at Rudy's on occasion, but not for quite a while. It's been a while since I've done that. But yeah.
Yeah. It's only because Nikki's booked up, like, you know, a couple months. It's like trying to get a tattoo with your favorite artist. They're just booked up for months. You just gotta wait. Yeah. And every now I have to sneak in a Rudy's appointment just to get.
And does she know when you come back in? Does she say, "Who's been cutting your hair?"
You know, I lied to her for a little bit. And then one day I just broke down. I'm like, I've been lying. I've gone outside the family. I tried working within the family for a year and it wasn't working. And I've gone outside the family. And she's like, that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I confessed. I owned up to it because the guilt was wrenching. Yeah.
She's from Wenatchee. She knows all about crippling guilt and
Okay.
disappointment.
Yes.
I did that one for you, Nikki.
That's right. Good job.
We're gonna have to make sure she knows to listen into this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Most
I
of the
miss
interview
you,
was on
Nikki. I miss you, Nikki.
She's great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so two things about you, Robert. Learning, I mostly learn about you through Facebook because you post stuff, and there'll be a photo of you from like the way backs, and you've got long curly hair, and you're like on a stage somewhere with a bunch of other thespian kids. Do you mind if we go back in time a little bit with that?
No,
Okay,
sure.
so I mean, like, were you like Cleveland, Ohio, and 7 years old and gay and like theater were your people? You know, you watched. I mean,
Well, no, I grew up in Sandy, Oregon.
okay. Oh, you're okay. You are Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, I was born in San Jose, California, but can you imagine me having grown up in San Jose?
Well, now there's a boardwalk, right? I could see you being.
I don't know. We moved when I was 3.
Okay, right.
I
Okay.
just remember it being very bright. I remember squinting a lot, and it was hot in polyester. It was,
Oh,
yeah. I don't think I would have thrived there.
okay.
Someplace dark and wet and moody was much more.
That was you. Okay, from the get-go. Okay.
From the get-go. But theater, typical theater kid story, it's always a bit of hyperbole to say that theater saved my life. And I don't know if it literally saved my life, but it completely changed my life. I mean, I was the kid who wore his jacket indoors, outdoors every month of the year because I just wanted to hide. I didn't want to be seen. I wanted to be protected in my jacket. And then this couple started an acting class in our small town, and me and my best friend signed up for it. My mother signed up for it as well, which just pissed me off, but that's a different story. But that was kind of the beginning of it, and it completely opened up the world for me. So I was really into that for quite a while. Not so much in the last few decades. Because the thing about theater is that it also comes with theater people. So
yeah, artists.
It does save your life in small towns. I have that same experience.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Jen, what? I didn't know you were in theater, Jen. God damn, Jen.
Yeah.
What?
Godspell, we've both done
Yep.
Godspell. I mean, everyone's done Godspell eventually. If you haven't done it yet, Crystal, you
go through some of my pictures.
Godspell. Okay.
Yeah, dig through some of my Facebook pictures, Crystal. You'll see them.
I had no idea you were a theater girl. Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And those people did. They were family for me when I needed a family.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. When I was in high school, no, the theater kids, I respected who they were and that was their thing, but I would hang out with them at parties and be like, God damn, they're consistently weird. Like just a different level. I was like, okay, well, I'm glad they have each other.
Did you say consistently or insistently weird?
Consistent.
Ooh, I think consistently, insistently weird. I would just double up on that. Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. And I just didn't get it. And so I thought, okay, that's not for me. But it worked for them. Yeah. And I did notice it was a lot of the when I was growing up, it was a lot of the goth kids, like we called them bat cavers, and they were drawn to theater. So everyone was dressed in black and eyeliner and Robert Smith of The Cure hair and which was great. I mean, it was like, okay. And I remember a kid who was a grade younger than us, rugby kid, football, that kind of genre of a guy, kind of a a dude. He infiltrated the theater kids, and he was in a play, and he was good. And we were like, oh my God, Jay, you got to keep doing theater. But it conflicted with rugby. And I think some of his rugby friends were kind of flipping him a little shit about it. Like, why you in theater, man? That's weird. But it
probably said that's gay, even
even
back then.
100%. Yeah, locker room talk for sure. Yeah, that derogatory shit, absolutely. And so the rest of us we were bummed because we could see it really spoke to him. Yeah, and he was kind of a messed up kid, and so to have that structure that spoke to him from within himself, as opposed to rugby, which I think was more like trying to fit in with the guys. He was just anyway. Yeah, it was Wizard of Oz, and he was one of the flying monkeys, but like the leader flying monkey, and he was great. He was so physically, it worked. His physicality on stage he had a stage presence.
Yeah, so, we had the occasional jock crossover, and we're usually really good. Our Captain Von Trapp in Sound of Music played football. He was a jock. And when we did West Side Story, our theater teacher at the time was really smart. He had already kind of, made friends with the football players because he was, our theater teacher was a guy,
Okay.
And so he got all these football players to be in West Side Story, because it's, you know, it's West Side Story. It's okay, you know, to be Jets. Well, Jets and also Sharks with, you know, Ben Nye, Egyptian #8.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Lacking any actual Puerto Ricans in San
Yeah.
Diego. Which is, those are fun pictures to look back on. But anyway, yeah. And those guys, some of them still, like, those are some of their best memories, was doing West Side Story, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Yay. All
we
right.
had some jock crossover too.
Yeah.
Not to that extreme, as far as, like, we didn't do West Side Story, like, we, you know, Godspell and smaller plays like that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, Godspell, that's, you know, that's no easy feat to pull off. You know.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. Which part did you play, by the way, in Godspell?
Well, I don't know, because the names were all the original cast members' names, you know, Lamar and Robin, and I forget.
Oh, okay.
So I have no idea who I played, and we kind of switched up the songs as well.
Oh, okay.
But I would have sung We Beseech Thee.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that was.
We Beseech Thee.
Yeah. No, I remember that song, but I don't remember which character it was.
Yeah.
I was Nietzsche, which is Day by Day.
Right. So So you actually did the prologue. Did you sing the prologue?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do it for some reason. We just spoke it, and I think they thought it would be too difficult for us to learn, but it's not that hard. Anyway, Godspell.
Either of your parents go to the plays or musicals and videotape that shit? Or were video cameras, were they around yet?
Yeah, our high school shows were shot on beta.
VHS.
Oh, you had beta?
No, ours were on Betacam. Better quality, some would argue.
Oh, that okay. Damn. Okay.
Betamax.
but no, my parents didn't shoot them. They might have taken pictures during the show, but my parents were also involved in theater, so they knew about, you know, flash photography, how that was.
Cool.
Yeah.
My only experience with musicals or play was 5th grade. Just moved here from Alaska, so I was 10, and there was one of the 5th grade teachers was going to do a play, and it was cool. The kids got to write the play, do the set design. So the play didn't make any sense, right? But my friend's like, I'm going to do this, and I was trying to make friends, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come too, and it was interesting. But and my folks did videotape it, and eventually I think that got recorded over, but with, like, you know, Miami Vice or something like that, because, you know, you reuse those VHS tapes, right?
Right.
And,
that's too bad.
It was nerve wracking, and I had I played a secretary, so I had like 3 words.
Are you sure it got recorded over? Your mom probably has that still.
No, I remember my stepdad recording over it. And he's like, "Are you okay if I record over this?" And I was so mortified by the whole thing. I was like, "I don't mind at all. Please record over it." But the play wasn't good. But it was still, you know, it was still fun to be creative with other kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, at that age, and make some nonsense for grown-ups to watch, which was, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this part of thespians.
Yeah.
Is it true it's just like sex camp? It's just like sex camp for kids, high school kids and above. It's just everybody having sex with each other?
It wasn't for me, no. Huh?
No, not for me either. No.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Sex camp.
Well, I don't, you know, like
I mean, theater later in life, I think, could be, but even then, people were always hooking up. But it wasn't just like, woohoo. Now, I never did do summer stock. I did a season of summer stock that was of my own creation. And I was married, so that doesn't count. So no one was having sex. But but I never did proper summer stock where I think that's where all the sex happens.
Got
Got
yeah,
it.
I didn't do that either. So
Yeah, yeah. So I think we missed out on
yeah,
on
we missed the fun
what you
parts.
refer to. But in high school, we were high school kids, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I had my girlfriend, and we eventually had sex, but you know,
Yeah.
but we weren't just shagging backstage.
Got it. Okay. I wasn't sure, because my oldest was in marching band all through high school. And I remember he'd be in all the marching band would always get invited to participate in all the parades in Seattle, like all the various parades. He'd be marching in it. He plays the flute. He was a flautist. And I remember asking grown-ups who had been in this same marching band, hey guys, like, is it just sex camp? This whole marching band thing. And they're like, oh, totally. And I'm like, okay, because they would go to other cities sometimes and do parades. So they'd meet other kids from other marching bands, other cities. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like the nerds are hooking up with other nerds. And they probably have their own inside jokes about instruments. I mean, I don't know. But so I wondered if,
Valves,
culture,
all kinds of things.
right?
Yeah,
Each
yeah.
culture has their own. I'm just checking. I'm just curious about that.
Well, the traveling makes a difference. Although, I mean, I did some traveling with our choir, but I don't remember. But it was choir. I don't remember hooking up with anyone on choir trips. Actually, I mean, maybe a lot of people were doing a lot of hooking up. In my experience, none of it was happening, but I think actually a lot of it was happening. I just didn't.
It wasn't you. Okay, got it. Yeah, because I remember summer before junior year of high school, I went to a church camp because it sounded like this fun place.
Oh,
Young Life goes to some fun stuff. We did a Sun Valley, Idaho ski trip one like March, so the mountain was empty. And we hit so it was great. And so we did a Camp Malibu up in, I don't even know where the hell it is, up north somewhere. It took a ferry, but totally kids were hooking up. They were sneaking out of the camp, the rooms at night and, hooking up out in the trees.
The way
like,
intended.
sounds about right. Like, and all of us girls were like picking out boys from other schools, like, oh, he's cute or he's cute, that kind of thing. Absolutely. Just hook up camp.
Well, see, and I missed out because I didn't go on to Boy Scouts. I only went through Webelos. And the reason I didn't join Boy Scouts is I really, really did not like, first of all, the khaki, but then the pleats in the front. No, don't make me wear pleated khaki. I mean, literally, that's why I didn't continue on with Boy Scouts, because I couldn't abide by the uniform. And henceforth, I think I missed out on a lot of sex because from what I hear, that's the place.
You also might have missed out on a lot of being molested by a
True.
Boy Scout, what do you call them? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And so that's a good thing, because I wasn't at a place in my life where I enjoyed being molested at that point. So,
right.
Yeah, that didn't come till later. So, yeah, so it probably worked out. It's probably
yeah. Let's just chalk it up to that. There you go.
Yeah.
I love that it was the khaki pleated pants. It's amazing what
it was fashion.
Couldn't do it, and the pert little buttons. No, I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's funny because I wanted to be a Weeblo, a Boy Scout, a Cub Scout because of the uniform.
I didn't mind the uniform up until then, but I also didn't care. I mean, my shirt was too big and it didn't matter. I mean, I was just a schlep, I didn't, whatever.
So were they letting girls in the Boy Scouts back then?
No.
No. You just wanted to, Crystal.
I wanted to, but I couldn't because it was only for boys. And the girls had stuff, but it was
Stupid.
dresses and shit. And
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I wanted that bandana with the
Mhm.
little
Mm,
thing
yeah,
Mhm.
there with the emblem on it, the fleur de lis or whatnot.
yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
that so bad. And the button-up shirt with all the patches sewn on of all the accomplishments. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Jen, you should take note of this and get on eBay and
Yeah.
for,
Yeah,
fu-
Jen.
for future reference.
That's right, Jen. For my birthday, you might need to hook me up with a Cub Scout uniform.
All right.
Yeah, because that's that's awesome. Did you guys see this? Was about a month ago. I saw it online. It was a football player who just, who at the beginning of the season had got signed to the NFL, and like he got signed to a team, and his first day, he shows up to work wearing his Eagle Scout sash. He was so proud of that thing. He wore it to his first day at the NFL. It was the sash, and it was just covered in patches.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's awesome. Like to him, that's like, I made it. Wearing my Eagle Scout sash. I was like, that's badass.
Wow.
Yeah.
My brother made it to Eagle,
Whoa.
I think,
Mhm.
but I don't remember a sash.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Jen, you're pointing at something. What's going on?
Over there. What there?
Pointing
You
at a
see it?
guitar. Mm-mm.
No.
What?
Wait a minute.
Is there a
See it?
cat?
Yeah.
No.
can't see her?
She's just out of screen. Oh, okay. There's I see something. Yep, there's movement.
I had to make her stop digging at the door where the steel wool is.
Oh God, yeah, they want to eat the steel wool. That's
God.
not okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might need to get a squirt gun. My cat reacts really well to that. When he's acting out, he gets a little squirt and it's all over. Yeah. Okay, so then Robert, from that point, let's fast forward to Christiana. Am I saying it correctly?
Christiania, yeah.
Christiania. Okay. Would you mind sharing that with our listeners and viewers as to what that is and what attracted you to create a documentary? You made a documentary that traveled.
Yeah. It traveled a lot more than I did. Yeah. Yeah. So Christiania is still is a squatter community in the center of Copenhagen in Denmark. It is occupying an abandoned military base. It's not so much abandoned, but it was decommissioned in 1968 and it just sat empty. It's about 84 acres. And there was a housing shortage in Copenhagen at the time. And so young people started breaking in through the gates and just, kind of started hanging out there, but then also recognizing that there were all these buildings of all kinds and shapes and sizes, that had been the military buildings. And so they started occupying those buildings. And the Danish government being Danish and not like a US government, by the time they realized what was happening, that literally a couple of hundred people were living there now. By the time they realized that was happening, they didn't feel like there was any way to deal with that without it being kind of ugly, kind of untoward. So they decided to call it a short-term social experiment.
Oh.
And so it has now been around for 50 something years. It was 40 years when we, the last time that I went there to film in 2011, I was there for their 40th anniversary. But so the way that I got into it was actually my ex-partner and my creative partner at the time, Rich Jackman, was in the School of Architecture at the UW, and he was studying utopian communities. Wow. And so he found out about this place, Christiania, and he applied for a scholarship that it was kind of an exchange student scholarship, and they would pay him to spend 5 months anywhere in Scandinavia. So he spent 5 months in Copenhagen, studying the architecture of Christiania, because not only was it these existing military buildings, like, 400-year-old military buildings, some of them that had been converted into housing or businesses or what have you. But then also people started creating their own buildings, and it happening kind of organically, without building permits, without plans, just kind of as people went along, as they were able to add on. And some of these buildings just became these kind of sprawling organisms. So he was studying that aspect of it as well. And at the same time, I was finishing up a documentary program at the UW, and I went out and visited him in Copenhagen for his last couple of weeks there, and then we decided to come back and make the film. So we went there he went there 4 times. I went there 5 times to film over the course of 5-6 years, I think. And then it took a long time to edit it, to make sense of all of it and try to figure out how to tell the story. So it was finally finished in 2012, I think, but it premiered in the Architecture and Design Film Festival in New York in 2014. And then it kind of took off. It kind of took on a life of its own. It played in a lot of architecture and design film festivals, which I didn't even know existed until this, and it became the niche for this film. And all over the world. And once it gets in this festival, then another festival hears about it. So then you have festivals approaching us about being in it, and then we'd be in the position of saying, oh, sure, we would love that. And there is a screening fee, rather than us paying for the, opportunity to apply for a festival. If they came to us, we would say, well, great. And here's what it would cost. So that was nice.
Wow. Okay.
That didn't happen every time, but we tried it every time.
Absolutely. Is this something that, say, I could go to Scarecrow Video and rent this?
Oh, I wish you could go to Scarecrow and rent. I mean, maybe you could, because we did have DVDs made, and a lot of libraries bought those initially. So they were in the Seattle Public Library and the UW Library. I mean, I think they might still be, but some of those old copies maybe ended up at Scarecrow. But no, more directly, and I hate to say it, but you can watch it on Amazon. It's on Amazon streaming. The same company that funded the Melania fucking Trump documentary, which I need to reconcile. But anyway, you can stream it there. It's also streamable on Vimeo, which I think is a fairly safe platform.
Okay.
I don't think they're doing anything nefarious in the world. So yeah, so you can see those two. Oh no, but actually I discovered too, you can watch it on Tubi.
Oh.
and with ads. So it's weird. So I've watched it with ads, which is very bizarre. It'll just stop in the middle of a scene and we're talking about, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I love about that is that I can just put it on and I don't have to watch it. I can just be doing something else. I just let it play, and I'm getting royalties for that.
Oh shit! You get royalties.
Yeah, we're still getting royalty checks, looking like $50-$60, a quarter. Not a lot, but it's amazing that we still get them. But I help myself out by just letting it play, and it's just a few cents. But
Good. Okay, that's very cool. I didn't realize that documentaries got royalties. Labor love kind of stuff. Okay, awesome. Robert, haven't had that experience in the process. I'm genuinely curious about when you go to this utopian. Okay, so we have a friend who traveled Europe and would hang out with squatters in like wagons and shit. And it was a little bit more gross and dirty.
Is that our friend?
Yes. And so Was it that, or was it like, no, this is like an actual community that's figured its shit out in 50 years? They've got a garden, they've got toilets, they've got like
Yeah.
structure, or is it just mishmash and whatever?
No, mostly yes, but what you described in the is what the early days of Christianity were like, because there was no running water, there was no heat, it was dirty, it was freezing, it was also contaminated with God knows what chemicals, because there had been, laboratories there, and
Wow.
excuse me,
Yeah.
having a little sick.
No problem.
Cannibal foundries and things like that.
Mhm.
So it was pretty gross in the early days. By the time we were there, it had a really, and this is one of the amazing things about it, it had an amazing infrastructure that was entirely of their own making, because they're within the city, but they are not of the city. I mean, they still abide by city laws and country laws and things like that, but they think of themselves as an autonomous community. You know, knowing that they're not fully, but a lot of the infrastructure are not things that the city would have provided because they're not there officially. So plumbing, water, they had like the most high speed, most robust broadband in the city because they made it happen themselves. So there's a lot of that, and the homes that they've built either from existing buildings or have created, a lot of them are very beautiful. They're very very hygge, just Danish for cozy, or
Yes.
it's never, not quite cozy, but it's close enough. So no, a lot of it's lovely, and then some of it is not so lovely. One of the early traditions of Christiania was, if somebody was looking for cheap, quick, and easy to get in their housing, they would take like a worker's wagon, shack on wheels, that you'd bring to a job site where you get your tools and things like that, and they'd drag that in, and they would make that their home. Like no insulation, and it'd be terrible, but they had a structure. And there's still quite a few houses in Christiania that you can see grew from that type of thing. But there's still some single wagon, shacks out there that can't be comfortable at all, that probably don't have running water, don't have sewage, and they're just kind of off-gridding it. But some of it's still shabby, but a lot of it's really very nice.
Okay. Did you experience any mental illness? Was there, drug use? Was there any of that?
Well, drug use. One of the things about Christiania is that for many years, up until really just recently, they always had what was called Pusher Street. And this was a street in Christiania right inside the main gate where they sold hash. And back in the early days, that was happening. And in the early days, there was any kind of drugs were being used, but it really started to be problems, with the heroin addicts, and like these historic buildings, the floorboards were being torn up, for firewood. And it's like, and people were ODing, and it was bad. And so Christiania, taking care of things on their own, they made a blockade around this main building where a lot of the addicts and the hard drug pushers were living. They encircled the entire building, and they went through and they kicked everybody out. The addicts who wanted to go into treatment, Christiania sent them away to different treatments. Some of them were on boats, on the Nile. I mean, it was insane what they just kind of made happen. All of the pushers were kicked out entirely.
Okay.
And it became a very strict law, no hard drugs in Christiania, but hashish was always okay. And in the earlier, the days after that, Pusher Street was people who lived in Christiania. It was one of the rules: if you were going to be a pusher on Pusher Street, you had to live in Christiania and be of the community, not just coming in to make a lot of money. And that eventually changed. Hell's Angels got involved. other gangs. It became very bloody. It became very violent. It was a very different feeling. Like walking down Pusher Street always felt not entirely safe.
Okay.
But you could also get really great falafel, so it was worth it. But Pusher Street is gone. Christiania actually, after many decades of kind of not being very Christiania-like, got their shit together, and they put an end to Pusher Street. And I don't really know the details because I actually don't. I'm just not that involved in what's going on there at this point. I mean, I've kind of moved on from it, but obviously I still have lots to say about it. So anyway, yeah, so drug use for sure. Mental illness, yeah, definitely. There were definitely some mentally ill people there. But that's one of the great things about Christiania is that there's room for those people, and the community learns how to accommodate that and work with that person and protect them unless they become violent or abusive or break any of the rules, like hard drug use, things like that.
Right. Okay.
The misconception that anarchist communities don't have rules is not true. This is an anarchist community, but they have rules, and they also operate under consensus democracy, meaning that everybody has to agree, which is insane.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. No, thanks for explaining that. That's fascinating. I'm gonna have to check out. I've never watched it. I remember you posting about it, and I'm like, what the hell is Robert doing now? And not really realizing what. I'm like, he doing his thespian stuff. Okay, great. Yeah, had no idea what it was about or any of that. Just knew it had toured a little bit or something, and you made it or part of it somehow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay, excellent. And now,
the great narcissist.
What's going on, Jen? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just had to get a jacket on.
I thought maybe the cats were wrecking something again.
I just needed a little something warm.
Yeah, absolutely. It's chilly. It's chilly. Jen, did you have any thing to add or talk to Robert about with this particular topic? Robert, I don't know if you noticed, but I tend to take over the interviews, and poor Jen just sits there and listens to me talk. So I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I don't have anything else to add. Let's talk about the other stuff. The gray narcissist.
Yeah. Oh, I was saving the best for last. Here we go. All right. Woo!
Okay. So, what do you want to know?
What the fuck is gray narcissus? And how did this come about? Like, you just woke up one day and we're like, fuck, man. Or let's.
Well, I had the title in mind for a long time, and it's a part of it. I mean, the legend of, or the Greek myth of Narcissus. He was so in love with his own, reflection, and
does he drown?
Something like that. Yeah. Drowned in his own beauty, something like that. So there's that, but then there was also a film made in 1972 called Pink Narcissus by James Bidgood, I believe, if I'm getting that name right. Shot on Super 8 film, shot on his apartment in New York, I think. These incredible, beautifully fake but very vibrant, intense sets and costumes, and the lighting was incredible. The colors were ultra saturated, and this beautiful, incomprehensible film. So Pink Narcissus, and then for me, Gray Narcissus was, gray because I'm elderly now. And so I always liked that title, and something to do with how I was about my aging gay male body, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what that looked like. And then in the meantime, really kind of during COVID, when there was nothing else to do, I started kind of upping my game in the in the realm of dick pics. I started getting more artistic with those, um, and that became more of a thing. So I did an interview for a podcast that never has aired, but for a podcast called I can't remember what it was called. I'll get back to you on that. But he was interviewing me about doing that type of work, film and or video and stills. And so it was an interview about that. And from that interview, I asked him if I could use the audio from that interview, and he said yes. So from that, I cut together the audio, which you heard, which is the film, but then there's a whole lot of visual on top of that I felt you didn't need to see.
That's fair. Respectful. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair. I mean, I'm sure your penis is lovely. Yeah.
Well, I've heard. So but
Yeah.
So what it kind of became for me in a nutshell, in terms of what I was trying to get at in the interview. And it's interesting because I've learned so much more about how I feel about a lot of these things than I did when I did the interview. And part of that was making this film. Where was I going with that? Oh, I don't remember. Anyway,
We'll start with the dick pics.
right. Well, so okay, so yes, so okay. What it became for me was an exploration of how I kind of changed my perception of myself by creating work that depicted myself as somebody who was confident and comfortable in his skin, and comfortable with being naked and comfortable with being sexual. These are all things that I'm not actually necessarily comfortable with, but I could portray myself in that way and then be able to see myself in that way, objectively, objectifying, and recognizing that person is me, and that that this is who I really am. It's not just a projection. It is me. I am comfortable in my skin. I am comfortable being naked. All of these things. Still not entirely true, but closer to that persona that I created than not.
So would you say that this has been a healing experience for you, this process?
Oh yeah.
Of self-love with your body?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's the only time in my life that I have felt comfortable in my body.
Wow.
Yeah. And that didn't happen until my late 50s. I mean, just in time for it to all fall apart. But but at least I got there.
That's right. That's right.
So, but excuse me. But so that's what that has been about for me, and that's what the film is about, the short documentary, Gray Narcissus. And it did better than I thought it would. I had initially submitted it to the Hump Film Festival,
Yes.
but it was too long, and so it didn't get into that. But then I submitted it to a bunch of other film festivals, and it played in Rome and Brussels and Croatia and San Francisco, and it played a bunch of places, and then it won the Best Documentary Award at the Seattle Sex Fest, Seattle Erotic Cinema Society.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know that there was another documentary, but I won best documentary nonetheless. So, you know,
That's lovely.
I got a poster with some laurels. It looks good.
Woo. Okay, so in the audio recording that Jen sent me, that I hear you talking, you mention being more okay with doing this because both your parents have died.
Oh,
You don't have any kids. So that sounds like that was an issue for you, that people close to you might see this. Is that what's the thought around that?
No,
Okay.
not necessarily. And when I said that, it was a bit tongue in cheek. And what I think is the
Oh,
part of that is that the first thing I say is that I'm not running for office, like that fucking matters,
right.
you know.
Right. I see.
But funny how at the time that I did that interview, which was 2019 maybe,
Uh,
2020, I can't even remember. No, it was later than that. It was 2023. Anyway, even then, like that seemed like still that would be a criteria, you know, and now it's like anything goes. It doesn't
Right.
matter, you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
Okay, so that was kind of tongue in cheek. It wasn't, if you had kids and you were a grandpa right
well,
now.
if I had kids, I think that would be different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Part of my breakthrough was realizing that and I was thinking in terms of, you know, like blackmail, if somebody were to, you know, send these pictures to my family or, you know, work, that would not be great.
Right.
But also, I realized that I didn't really care, you know. Now, if my parents had been alive and somebody sent them pictures of me, yeah, of course that would be embarrassing, but it's not the worst thing in the world because I'm sorry, I look good. So you know,
Folks
I,
might be really proud, you know, like,
yeah,
wow, look what we made.
I'm okay with it in that regard, you know. So that was kind of where a point I had reached already on my own. So although it's funny, I do think of it now. I'm within 3 years of retiring. I've got it on the calendar at work already.
Nice.
And I do suddenly start wondering about that in terms of that, like, I think more so because of our current political situation, like the idea of that something like that could be censored and that you could take somebody's job or their benefits away because of that is something that seems more to be concerned about.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely. I'm going to say something and it's going to lead to this other thing. And then I'm going to bring it back around to you. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Went to Hump Festival. I believe it was 2 seasons ago. And there was a video that made it into the festival, and it was an older gentleman, and he was in his 60s. And his whole thing was learning that what was funny and charming and sexy in his youth, now in his 60s, was creepy, gross, inappropriate. That he had to readjust his thought processes around, oh shit, I'm an elder, I'm this now, not this. And that within the community that he was in, he had to switch it up because his feedback was, you're making us uncomfortable. And so then he was like, oh God, you know, what does that mean? What does that look like? I'm used to doing this for so long. And actually it was a process for him of learning about becoming an elder. And now he has embraced his elderness, and he is now like a sacred intimate. And because he's learned that young people, young queer men, have been you know, they're curious, like, you've been on the planet longer. Can you teach me things that I don't know, but I want to learn? And he's embraced that, right? Like, oh shit, okay, yeah, absolutely. Consenting adults, everybody's consent, you know,
Right.
but so now he's learned about becoming a teacher for younger gay men and couples. And so he does some, you know, kink play with them and teaching them different things that he's learned when he, you know, being on the planet longer. Did that ever, am I making sense? Did that ever come into play around, was it specifically just you learning to love yourself, or was there a little bit of, I'm not this anymore, I'm this now. My body looks like this now. Shit, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Am I making sense, you guys? Like
yeah, no,
Yeah.
wilderness?
I think
Yeah,
so.
you are.
And whether any idea of mentorship or being a mentor or an educator in that way, is that part of what you were trying to get at?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, not that you were like, I'm going to start up a sex school, but I mean, is there something to that, like of being an older gay man, or are you just like, it's not even the gayness, it's just me being an older man, accepting my body? I know it seems like if you put it out into the world on a platform, I guess maybe, was there any of that you were hoping that might resonate with others around becoming an elder? Or
You know, I don't think I really thought of it in terms of being an elder.
okay.
I mean, I recognize being older in terms of, you know, a category. But I haven't thought about it in terms of being an elder. I have thought about it in terms of being, not, I wouldn't say a mentor, but being somebody that is talking about things that can be helpful for other people, you know, to hear. And I say something like that in the film about, if you're comfortable in doing this, then go for it, because other people need to see that you're doing it. They need to see the struggle. They need to see the vulnerability, and that's going to liberate them.
Absolutely.
So it's my example. It's not, I mean, although, I mean, I did a training video for a website that, a website called Bait World. I'll let you figure that one out. But they were doing a series of training videos, and I did one on how to make better videos and pictures. So I talked about a lot of technical things and different apps that I use, but also talked about the whole idea of exposure, of being naked, being yourself, and having that available in a public, protected but public space, you know. So, you know, I talked about that. So there was this sense of talking about finding that freedom in yourself, being able to see yourself from an objective standpoint, and seeing, you know, what other people see, and seeing that as being an attractive and desirable being, which is not something that I necessarily see from the inside out.
Okay.
So like with acting, there's two different approaches. You know, you can either, you know, start with the costumes and the makeup, and the character seeps in, you know, that way. Or, you know, you start with the internal work and you bring the character out, and then everything else falls into place. And both can be valid.
Okay. Yeah. I like that you mentioned being vulnerable. I mean, how vulnerable is that to be naked on camera and then to share that, right? And that how that can give
There is
permission.
there is the narcissus part of the title.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, right. It's not entirely altruistic. Yeah. Okay.
No,
Right.
right. Yeah, I'm getting something out of it too.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but what was vulnerable and was really interesting was watching the film with an audience at the Grand Illusion Theater with the sex.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, wow.
Because this is a diverse group of people, a mix, straight, gay, everything,
Mm.
a lot of older people, a lot of people my age, which was really interesting, I thought. But sitting with them, watching it for the first time was really very bizarre. I mean, I think I just sat frozen the entire time.
Yeah.
But I mean, luckily it was well received, and there was a great talk back afterwards. And then when it was because it won Best Documentary, it was in the Best of Sex Fest, and that played down in Portland at the Clinton Street Theater as well. I went down there for that. And that was great. That was a really big audience. They really responded. They laughed in all the places that it was appropriate to laugh, and got a really great response from that. So that was, I don't know, that's still kind of surprising to me, because it's hard to know how people will react to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Okay. This is great. Thanks for sharing that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Can we get this on Amazon Prime too? Amazon as well?
No, but
I want to see it.
But you could probably, I mean, I haven't posted it yet, but I will eventually probably post it on Blue Sky.
Okay.
But
Oh.
you'd have to
Hey.
see a lot more than that to get to it. So
got it. Okay.
to
That's fair. Well, and I would also get your consent, since we know one another. Of course, I'm not comfortable you seeing that, and then we go out for karaoke. That's weird for me. Like stuff. I'm just genuinely curious about the human.
I'm actually not uncomfortable with you seeing it. But I mean, I think it depends on where you're coming from. It could be a lot to see.
Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate and respect when people are being vulnerable and allowing their humanity to be seen and sharing that. And
my humanity, that's what it is. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Is that okay? Right. Oh, you're like, that's not what I'm showing on screen, sweetie. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
It's all good.
It is humanity. I've got the whole world in my hands.
Jen, did you have anything to add?
I don't have anything to add.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I didn't know. When was the last time everybody went to karaoke?
It's been too long.
I know. I wish. Every year, some Facebook memory will pop up of Cadillac Jacks, and it just is so nostalgic, for that.
That was a segue right there from like Gray Narcissus self-reflection porn video to karaoke night.
Karaoke night.
Yeah, but you know what? Ocean Shores, for our listeners and viewers, there was a place in Ocean Shores, Washington, that did karaoke, Cadillac Jacks, and Jen and Robert, you guys would do like Bohemian Rhapsody, and then that other song by that the twin brothers that are Irish.
Oh,
I would walk 1,000 miles.
500 miles.
That was a great, Robert, that's like your signature song, man. You nail that song every time. Oh my God.
I mostly just yelled that song.
It's so good.
But I remember there was no way that I could do it without stomping.
Marching.
You did. You would
I
stop.
had to march.
Totally.
Yeah, and also do it in like a ridiculous, like overblown. Is it Scottish? Is it what are they?
I thought they were Irish, but yeah, that area.
Yeah.
Scottish, Welsh.
Yeah.
Irish,
Some ridiculous overblown accent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Watch, turns out they're from like Tampa, or you're like,
no, I want to say they might be Welsh. Let me just look it
I'm
up.
thinking Welsh. Welsh.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I was just like,
maybe your listeners can chime in.
I'm gonna
figure it out for us.
put it in the comments.
There we go. Yeah, and actually, Robert, on those karaoke nights, I think you inadvertently, just being you, you were very healing for my mom. My
Oh,
mom, Katie, because she would hang out with you guys periodically when you were in town. And I think just being around a man, no, granted, she hasn't dated you. Maybe you're a complete psycho.
Scottish. Scottish.
They're Scottish. Okay,
oh,
thank you,
Scottish,
Jen,
yeah.
for the research.
Then I had the accent that I thought I was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You did it right. You nailed it.
Well, I didn't nail it, but at least I was thinking that I was doing the right one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Crystal. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just thank you for being you and being
Aw.
around my mom, because I think it was nice for her to be around a man that was comfortable in his skin and confident in the way that she could have a conversation with you instead of being talked at, and just you weren't violent or drunk or on drugs or whatever. Maybe you guys did Molly or shrooms down there sometimes, but that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
My
No.
mom still talks about interacting with you, and I think that was very healing. So thank you for just being a gentleman. It's a gentle man, not a gentleman like you were wearing a button-up shirt, but like a gentle man. So
I did often wear an ascot.
there you go. Oh, gee, that might have been it, actually.
Yeah.
It might have been the ascot.
That fools people. They think that
Boy, she was
he
feeling.
must be a gentleman. He's wearing an ascot.
Yes. Right. Yeah, she would call me after hanging out with you and just be like, I hung out with Robert. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? Because I know, I that could go either way, and so yeah. So thank you very much. Just a little thank you from the daughter of a woman that,
Well, that's very nice. I enjoyed hanging out with her as well. That was such a fun time. I mean, at karaoke and on the beach and
on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen and Vera, you guys really did you guys do oysters on the beach and stuff? You'd cook them in a bonfire and shit? Was that
Your mom did that, but
that was my mom. Okay.
we would have bonfires though.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by my mom. All right, cool. Yeah. I dated a woman named Katie, and my friends were like, oh my God, that's your mom's name. Is that so weird? And I'm like, my mom's name is Mom. Calling Katie Mom, that would be weird. But to me, that's her name is Mom, right? So it worked out. But yeah. Yeah, you guys know her differently than me.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, you guys know her as a person, a human being. And yeah, right. She's mom to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I get that.
Yeah, we have history, so it's mom. All right, excellent. Well, guys, listen, I just wanted to bring up that my battery is dying.
Yeah.
I have to pee, and our hour is up. So it's a trifecta. On this end, how are you guys holding up? How are your bladders doing? Everybody okay?
I'm good. I can use coffee though, so.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's making me have to pee, my friend, is the coffee. It's the coffee. Yeah. I did a little treat. I did an eggnog latte.
Oh, yay.
Tis the season.
I'm so happy those are back this year.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm often a little nervous. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes the holiday delights can equal a trip to the bathroom in a bad way. And so whenever I'm like, ooh, eggnog latte, and I'm like, oh God, it's gonna bite me in the ass later, like literally. Oh my God, speaking of, really fast, guys, Dina Martina. Robert, have you gone yet? I went last night.
No, I haven't. I'll go again eventually, but I take breaks.
Oh, that's fair. Right. You want to keep it fresh and right. You want to, absolutely. I get that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you went?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. She talked about type 2 diarrhea. I mean, she's just like, we brought some friends for their wedding present. This was their wedding present. My housemate and buddy Marty. We took our friend Scotia and her new husband Xander, and he had never been. Xander had never been. So at one point there was silence while Dina was doing her thing, and we could just hear giggling. And Xander, and he couldn't stop laughing because of some shit she had done. And yeah, I was like, okay, this was good for you, buddy. You needed some, he's a healer for his job. And so I think he needed some medicine, which is the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dina's good for that.
absolutely.
My favorite moment, I mean, I could watch this a million times. What is the song? I've got my love to keep me warm, and it's the whole bit with the coat. She opens up the big box and she picks up her coat, and then she's trying to get it on, and it doesn't take for. And it's like, and then she finally gets it on, and then it's like, oh, break my overcoat, and she throws it right back off. I just die every single time.
Okay, so
Such a brilliant moment.
she did that last night.
Yeah.
And the friend just couldn't stop laughing.
That
Like,
was the
well
one.
after
Yeah.
that scene was over, he
Yeah.
just was just like, it's so good
Yeah.
that you just cannot watch. So yeah, it's just. And Jen, when was the last time you and Vera saw Dina?
Vera's never seen Dina Martina. I
Really?
saw her in Bumper Shoot back in the day before she became this big thing.
And is that the last time you saw her? Was
Mhm.
oh,
I
okay,
might have
then,
seen her one. I might have seen her one other time at Rebar, maybe. Maybe I think I did actually.
Okay, that's it,
Yeah.
Jen. I want you to survive this next year. You got 365 days to not die of a goddamn blood clot or your mom. Because you and Vera, that's it. That's going to be your birthday present. I know your birthday is like in May. You're going to go with Vera, goddamn it, to Seattle, and we're going to go see Dina Martina.
you need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vera,
But doesn't she do Palm Springs as well? She kind of plays all those places now.
Yeah.
Christmas show.
Yeah.
I don't know what a springtime show looks like. I mean, I don't know. I just know Christmas.
Mhm. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, you do that. But if not,
Christmas.
you're fucking, I don't care how long the drive, you get a babysitter for your cats, whatever. Get on the train. I'll pick you up at the station, like, because that's bonkers to me. I don't know if I should be mad at Vera or you. That's okay. Good.
But yeah, Jen, you all do need to see Dina Martina.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And
Come on.
Yeah.
and you need to see it with Crystal. This is
Yeah.
a moment that you will all remember that you first need to make happen.
That's right. Let's do some whiskey shots, and then we'll see Dina, and then one of us will pass out in a pool of our own vomit. It'll be an excellent holiday evening.
That you'll laugh about for years.
Right, exactly. That's right. Okay, gang. Well, I feel like, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert, for
porn.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for participating on our podcast.
Yeah.
Sharing.
We covered all this stuff with you, Robert. That was great.
All this stuff.
That's right, Mr. Lawson.
That is fun. Thank you all.
But it's on our channel, the Notsupermodels channel. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow.
All right. Thanks for coming today, Robert.
You are
Yeah.
welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Okay. See you later.
Merry
Go
Christmas.
get
Merry
coffee.
Christmas. Bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.